All right, y'all. I just came across this story. It was shocking to see. It says Bentonville waitress fired days after receiving large tip. All right. So I want you guys to listen to this. Let me get this. Come on, thing. And this happened December 10th. It's the 14th now. What I just came across this though.
We brought you earlier this week about a $4,400 tip. Two Bentonville waitresses received it while on the job. Since then, one of the waitresses no longer works at the restaurant. 5 News reporter Michael Wilson is in Bentonville. He spoke with that waitress and the restaurant, asking why she no longer works there.
Former oven and tap server Ryan Brandt says the last 8 days have been emotional.
We are tipping a total of 4,000.
That's Ryan Monday, tearing up after receiving a $2,200 tip in cash.
I was definitely just shocked and overwhelmed with joy and gratitude in that moment as soon as I realized what he was saying.
Business owner Grant Wise presented that massive tip to Ryan and a coworker. 30 minutes later, Ryan says she was told she can only keep 20% of the tip, splitting it with the rest of the oven and tap staff.
To turn right back around and find out that I wasn't keeping it was kind of disheartening because we don't tip share in any way.
Oven and Tap tells me otherwise, sending 5 News a statement reading in part, the server who was terminated was not let go because she chose to keep the tip money. The restaurant also says tip sharing is a common industry practice. It follows. Ryan messaged the tippers about what happened, and they came back to take the money, later giving it to Ryan, but then Tuesday morning came.
They fired me from Oven and Tap over the phone, and I've been there for 3.5 years. So that was also really heartbreaking. Especially when I didn't think that I did anything wrong.
Oven and Tap confirming with 5 News Ryan is no longer employed there. The statement we received says in part, Oven and Tap does not deliver terminations lightly because we value our employees and highly respect their privacy. We never discuss personnel issues. The server who was terminated several days after the group dined with us was not let go because she chose to keep the tip money. The restaurant says the other waitress who received the tip is still employed at the restaurant. In Bentonville, covering news where you live, Mike Wilson, 5 News.
We have the restaurant's full statement on our website at 5newsonline.com.
Well, so y'all just heard that, right? So, I was reading it and I was like shocked just like everybody else. And I was saying to myself, okay, it was her and another waitress, right? That was doing the table. First and foremost, the men obviously had her as a waitress before because he requested for her. So it was her and another girl. And the other girl eventually had to go home because she wasn't feeling well. Now, I haven't heard anything about any other servers were helping her while she was serving everybody else at the table. I think if I'm not wrong, did they say it was like 40 people? I believe in the article they say it was like 40 people. I believe when you actually read the whole entire article, 40 people at the table, and they did this thing where they just uh they'll give $100 or whatever each to give back to the workers because of the whole COVID situation. But either way, it was it was 4,400. She my thing is if she was doing it by herself when the other girl went home early, why does she have to give money to I guess the cooks and the other servers and whoever else? Like why does she have to do that or whatever? Now I guess according to the management, they're saying I guess she didn't have to. She could have kept the tip and kept her job. But what she's basically saying is it's it sounds like to me that they wanted to take her tip basically and just give her I think 20%. So I don't know if it's like she's trying to say that's what they wanted to do, but did they do it? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's that's what it sounds like because why else would she message the guys and say, hey, basically the restaurant take, you know what I'm saying? How can the restaurant get the money taken back from them? You see what I'm saying? So I'm not buying that from the restaurant. Obviously, the restaurant um, did only give her must be 20% or whatever because the guys called back after the girl told the guys, hey, the restaurant, they're taking a lot of my money. They wanted me, not only that she's splitting with the other waitress, right? She's getting 2,200, which I understand that, rightfully so. But why she got to split 2,200 with everybody else? You see what I'm saying? So she went back and told those guys because clearly she was unhappy. So when she told those guys what the restaurant was going to do, the guys call the restaurant and say, "Hey, no, we want it. You know, we want the money back, and we will just give her the money outside of this establishment." Well, the people at the restaurant didn't like that, so obviously they fire her, and they're trying to make it seem like it has nothing to do with her keeping the tip. But I disagree. I believe it has to do with all of it. They weren't going to they were going to take some of that money because they felt some kind of way because it was a lot of money, and people, we know people expose themselves, people show their whole entire ass when money is involved, when it's a lot of money involved. So I believe those people got beside themselves. They wanted that money, they wanted her to split it, and she told, and they didn't get any of it because he gave her the money outside the establishment. So they say, okay, cool, we'll fix her tail. You don't want to give us some of that money? Boom, we gonna fire your ass. So that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And now they're trying to, I think they're just trying to cover their butts. Basically. Basically. I never heard any, I don't, have I heard that before? I think I heard that at Hooters. To anyone who's ever been a waiter or a waitress, please comment in the comment section if you come across this video and let me know how that works. Because for the most part, I've seen people, they just get the tip and they keep it moving. Whatever you earn is what you get. But I'm not a waiter, so I can't really say for sure. I think I did heard something about the girl at Hooters. Just like they all put in a little bucket what they make that night and then they split it. I think that's what I heard. I don't know if the girls, if that's the policy or the girls just came up with that amongst themselves. I don't know. But either way, it just doesn't seem right that she would have to share it. But yeah, those people felt some kind of way because I think they were going to try to force that on her. Like, no, you have to share this. And she ran her mouth and he said, nope, thank you. I'm taking the money back and I'm giving it to her outside of the establishment. And he said, fine. If that's how she want to be, we just going to fire her. And I feel like she had every right to say, hey, if she's servicing a table of 40, she did it with one other person, but had to then end up doing it, I guess, by herself. Why should she have to get, especially if you're doing it by yourself? Now, I don't know if they were understaffed and the other workers were busy doing something else. Either way, if she had to do that by herself, you can't be mad. You can't be mad that she wanted to keep the doggone money for her hard work. And they wanted to give that to her. They specifically asked for her. So obviously they had her before. And they love her service. If he wanted the other people, he would have asked for them. Or he would have just, it wouldn't matter who he got. Because they all give good service. Obviously he wanted her and that other girl. Particularly her. So it is what it is. So that's just my thing on it. Shame on them people getting jealous and mad because she got that big behind tip and now they feel some kind of way. But yeah, I say damn shame on it. But oh, he did start a GoFundMe, and from what I heard, I think last I saw, she already got I think about 10,000 or over 10,000. So and she's got another job at a restaurant, so she's good. She come out on top on the end, but she did cry as you heard in the video because she worked there for 3 years. But comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys think, and if you're a waiter or a waitress, please let me know how that works with the money. You know, do you just get to keep what you get, or do you have to put it all in a bucket and share it at the end of the night, like split it up? Like, how does that work? But okay, thank you guys for tuning in.